Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm Jonathan, also known as the Broke Dad. In my last video in this series, we looked at making a budget for a family of 3 to 5 members. In this video, we'll continue to further analyze the budget and see where we can cut back and put some extra money aside for them to invest. Stay tuned and join me on the journey from broke to not so broke. And welcome back. Now, after figuring out what we have to spend, let's see how we can cut back on some of our expenses. I'll bring the budget back up on the screen, but this time I'll bring up the amended version. Now, let's split our expenses into two categories, ones that are fixed, that I've highlighted in blue, and ones we can cut back on. Now, let's start with food. Everyone spends on this regularly. There are several ways of cutting back. Now, you might think $800 a month. Oh, I don't spend that much. But take a good look at all the takeout, groceries, and other food items you tend to purchase. Still don't spend that much? Well, great, you're ahead of the game. But you may still be able to cut back. And you're asking yourself, well, how? Simple. Buy what's on sale. Price match. Use coupons. Every week when the new grocery store flyers come out, I spend about 10 to 15 minutes going through them, and I only shop at the stores that price match. Here in Toronto, I use an app called Flip. It's perfect for price matching, very simple and easy to use, and I can go through each grocery store's flyers, see what's on sale, and see what we need. I can just type it in, and it brings up all the stores that have it in their flyers. Then I can search the app for all my local grocery stores, and I can see who has it on sale. I've saved tons of money using it. And on top of that, any big purchases that I might have, like diapers or formula or any mostly baby related items, I always look for manufacturer coupons. It may take a few minutes to look online to see if you can find them, but there's been times where I've saved $10 to $15 per item. It's ridiculous not to do it. $10 to $15 for about 3 to 5 minutes to find a manufacturer's coupon is totally worth it. What I've done in the past too is price matching and coupons on top of it. It's a great way to save money and cut back on your grocery bill. Now, the same thing can be applied to takeout or restaurants. A lot of chain restaurants have monthly coupons. Use them. You can easily save 30% or more by using them. So if you don't feel like cooking that night and are going to get takeout, a quick search on their website or online, and you can find that most chain restaurants tend to have pretty decent coupons, buy one, get one free, two can dines, all those sorts of coupons. And you keep a few extra bucks in your pocket, so it doesn't hurt. Our next category we can look at is personal spending. In this family, it seems to be pretty low already, but it can always be reduced, right? Well, depending on what you see as personal spending, coffee, alcohol, anything like that, it's a very case by case circumstance. So it's very dependent on you. So I'll let you make your own call on that. Now, utilities: water, natural gas, electricity. You're thinking, how can you cut back on that expense? Well, depending on where you live, the utilities cost more during the peak hours of use. Mostly between the daytime hours, the prices are up pretty high, and in the evenings, weekends, the price comes down quite a bit. So if you need to use any high power draw items like an electric clothes dryer, electric stove, or an AC unit, try to limit daytime use. Use them in the evenings. And if you're at work or not at home, it should be pretty easy. But if you are working from home, just try and keep the blinds shut. I know nobody likes to stay in the dark all day, but especially in Toronto, it gets hot during the day. So keeping the curtains or blinds shut will reduce the solar heat in your house, keeping the house cool, making your AC unit turn on a lot less. Also, water usage, depending on which area you live in, you may also have peak hours for water. So wash your car, water your plants and grass in the evenings or on weekends. Streaming services. Now this one hits home pretty hard. In my own household, we're subscribed to multiple streaming services. And most of the time, it was for that one or two specific series that we wanted to watch. And now we're waiting for the next time that series decides to show up again. So, an easy way to cut back, if you don't use it, cancel it. Now, some services allow you to pause for a period of time, so you're not quite canceling it. You're kind of in a limbo, but you still don't have to pay for it, so which is pretty good. So, if you're waiting for that new series to be released, just pause or cancel that subscription. There's no sense in paying for something that you're not using that much. Now, for our last monthly expense, cell phones and internet. Now, there are always deals to be had here. And in order to maximize your savings, you really need to be persistent and take some time. Dealing with my current provider, it took a lot of haggling to get down to a price that I thought was reasonable. My first step in this was doing the research. I know I needed 3 cell phones, a reasonable amount of data pool, and nationwide calling since we don't have a home phone. I took some time and researched competitor pricings and plans, along with other promos that may be available, and I also looked into a lot of forums. One of the forums that has a ton of great information on how to deal with these providers is Red Flags Deals. And the same goes for internet. Just know what you want, research what's a reasonable amount for you to pay, and you may be surprised in how much money you can save. Now, most providers will offer you a fixed monthly discount that will last for a year. So make sure you set a reminder a week before that and give them a call back. They always have additional promos to give you. So don't feel that when that promo runs out, you're stuck at that higher rate, because they continuously have different promos that are able to be applied to your account. Now, after going through our expenses and seeing where we can apply some saving strategies, cutbacks, and some deal hunting, we were able to sit a bit of cash. In food, we were able to save $50 with couponing, price matching, and just really doing our best to find the best deal on stuff we needed day to day. Utilities, just using our high power draw appliances at nights and weekends, we saved quite a bit. In streaming services, pausing and canceling our subscriptions we don't use. And cell phone and internet, just doing a bit of research and call them up to see if there's any better promos, got us a pretty decent monthly saving. Now, remember, this discount is only good for 1 year, so we'll have to go back and call them to reapply a different promo at that time. So overall, this month, we were able to get an extra $100 saved. Not bad for a few extra minutes of work, and let's not forget $100 from that side hustle. So subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell and keep watching. I'll be discussing side hustles pretty soon. So that's it for part 2 of this video. I hope it's helped you out and inspired you to look into your own budget. Thank you for watching. I'd love to hear your comments on this video, and check out my previous video in this series if you haven't already. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.